All right, kids, welcome. Avocado reading workout number 1 on YouTube. Here's what we're going to do. It's 5 things. Number 1, first thing I'm going to do is review the avocado technique reading method. Number 2, it's going to be a walkthrough. I'm going to walk you through the procedure that we just reviewed. Once you get to the point where I tell you to stop, number 3, you're going to go ahead and answer the questions. Number 4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly read off the answers 1 through 10. And then step number 5, if you got anything wrong, what I'll do in step 5 is to review all of the questions 1 through 10. Here's how you get them right. Here's the tool that you use. Here's the technique and so forth. And all you need to do is simply fast forward through the questions that you get correct, unless you need a second opinion, and then watch the part of the questions that you got wrong. Say, for example, you got problems 7 and 9 wrong. You just simply forward through part 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just watch the part that talks about question number 7. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the steps. First thing we're going to do is we're going to preview our questions. What does that mean? You're going to go to the questions. You're going to find all the mystery questions. You're going to simply underline all the potential keywords that you're looking for, okay? Once you find the keywords that we're looking for, you just simply underline them. Step 2 is once you have all of those words that you underline from the questions, mystery questions in particular, those are words we need to find. Normally we would finger scan, but what we're going to do is try and bump into them, all right? So once we have all of our questions that we've underlined the potential keywords, add those up to try and come up with a quick overview of what this essay actually is, okay? Then from that, what we're going to do is something called a speed map. A speed map means simply go through, since you already know what the essay is about, you're going to quickly read the topic sentences, and you're going to add new words to your mind map as far as what's going on with the essay. At the same time, what you want to do is you want to try and find those potential mystery keywords, and what you'll do is you'll simply put a star by them, okay? So we'll be able to, instead of finger scanning, you already located them, okay? So add to what your understanding is from your mind map by looking at your topic sentences, and then try and bump into the words from the mystery questions that you need to locate later. All right, finally, step number 4, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and answer the questions, but we're going to do them out of order. So what do? Short line references are usually pretty easy to do. And also, if you've located those mystery keywords and you've bumped into them from your topic sentences, or you just jumped off the page at you, we're going to go ahead and answer those questions as well. Now, let's go ahead and do a walkthrough. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and preview our questions. So let's go to the questions. You're only looking for mystery questions, and when you come in here, problem number 1 here, it looks like there's new courtrooms and Dexter County. All right, so courtrooms that are brand new in Dexter County, it's a mystery question. Here, problem number 2, it's a courting, that tells you it's a mystery question. And now we have standard courtrooms today, so I am assuming they're going to probably talk about the history of courtrooms. So you see what I'm doing? I'm making a mind map off of just the questions that I'm looking for. And then over here it says new courtrooms, Dexter County again. All right, we come to the next one. We've got the Supreme Court. All right, so now I know this is about a legal process, courtrooms, all the way up to Supreme Court in Dexter County. Here's a line reference. I kind of blow through that. Legal jargon, so that's a word that we need to underline because we potentially have to answer that by finding it. Normally we would finger scan, but we're just going to try and bump into it as we go. All right, here, Linda Mulhaney. All right, so she's probably a judge or a lawyer. And then when we come back over here, we take a look at problem number 8. It looks like we're redesigning the local courtroom. So see how we predicted that earlier? And we come down to problem number 9. Number 9 is a line reference. We just skip that. And then we come over to 10. 10 is a line reference. All right, in the process, what we do now is we add this up to come up with a mind map. All right, here's what I do. I look at just the underlined words I'm looking for. I try to add them up to come up with a general idea of what's going on here. And then I know I need to find those as I go through my next phase. New courtrooms in Dexter County. We have standard courtrooms. We have new courtrooms in Dexter County, so there's probably old versus new. We've got even courtrooms that are dealing with the Supreme Court. There's legal jargon in the courtroom, and we're going to go ahead and redesign because maybe the new courtrooms are different than the older ones. Linda Mulhaney is probably either like a person that's designing the courtrooms, she's a judge, or maybe she's an attorney or something like that. That's the overview for what we just did here. Step number 2, create a mind map. Okay, now we're on to step number 3. What we need to do here is quickly look at your topic sentences and try and add to what we already understand. And step B here says at the same time we're going to try and bump into those mystery keywords, okay? So I'm going to kind of let you go through this on your own. Let's pause here, and when you're done reading the topic sentences and trying to bump into your mystery keywords, turn the video back on. All right, go ahead and pause the video now. All right, I'll do this real quick. This is just a general idea. You're probably going to find different words than I am. I'm going to read the topic sentence, architecture of justice, so that's redesigning what we talked about. Here I put a star by Linda Mulhaney right here. That's one of the mystery keywords that we have to find. And it looks like the courtrooms are far cry from looks like they're being once idealized. All right, so there's some problems with them. Imagine walking through a courtroom and the office is like the entrance to the back. This is just talking about the courtroom and how it's set up currently, so it's probably the old design. We come over here and it looks like architectural features. I feel like that was one of the questions we asked about the jargon. I feel like that has something to do, maybe this paragraph talks about the jargon. Come over here and it looks like we've got Dexter County. That's one of our keywords that we are trying to find here. It's a challenge, and we're trying to, be a pioneer to redesign them. All right, we come over here in the next paragraph, a design team, and they're designing the courtrooms, so it's now all about the old school courtrooms being redesigned. The creation of dual rooms. Okay, that sounds kind of cool. Technological tools. All right, see how I'm just adding to my understanding from the mind map? We come over here. Here's a pirate flag. I go ahead and see that right away. First thing I do is put it on there. Dexter County, that's one of our keywords. It's rare. Okay, we come back over here. They ask you a question, so they're probably going to answer it. Traditional profession, structure of all this. Okay, we come back over here. Striking example of the hierarchy Supreme Court. That's one of our key words. So I know that there's a challenge of redesigning our courtrooms. Here's a pirate flag yet. Go ahead and circle that, put a flag on here. It's accessible, understanding courtrooms, comfortable enough, and alright. So, I did a speed map. Now I understand the passage better. Before I thought it was just about old school courtrooms. Linda Mulhaney, who I thought was going to be some kind of a judge or a designer or whatever. You can see here, physical arrangement. Now you know for sure she's a designer, okay? So, we're redesigning the courtrooms for the Supreme Court in Baxter County, and this Linda lady is one of the designers, and they're designing like 2 rooms now where they have the courtroom. Alright, that's a quick overview from my speed map. Alright, now what we're going to do is go on to the next step. In step 4, you're just going to answer the questions, but you're going to answer them out of order. You're going to answer short line reference or mystery key questions that we looked at, all right? For me, I found Linda Mulhaney, so I'd answer that one probably first. And then any short answer choices that I did find from the line reference questions, maybe 9 and 10, I would try and answer those questions because it's just a short line reference if you look at those, 9 and 10. And then I would try and find words as we go through. I found Supreme Court, so maybe I'd answer that one. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to pause the video here, answer the questions to the quickest of your ability, and then we'll come on back. I'll read the answers off 1 through 10. Alright, congratulations, you're finished now with the questions 1 through 10. I'm going to blaze through, give you the answer choices here and the tool that you're going to use really fast. Problem number 1, the correct answer is C. I used the good, stinky rule, positive and negative. Problem number 2, I used some subgenius mapping. I just underlined the first things that were important, raised platform, steps, and so forth. I found the courtroom on line 5. The correct answer on this one is going to be J. Problem number 3, I didn't find this one right away, so I waited towards the end. It was the second to the last question that I was answering here. I did find video on line 44. I came up with the answer choice A. So remember, don't finger scan, just save it and keep your eyes open while you're answering other questions. Problem number 4, the correct answer for this one is going to be H. And what I did here is I simply looked at the topic sentence and then I underlined the verbs here. Alright, so 4 is H. Problem number 5, correct answer for 5 down over here is going to be answer choice A. And on line 59, I saw the word but, so I'm going to use some pirate flags on that one. A for problem number 5. Problem 6, I used the good stinky rule. G is the correct answer. G and H are both negative. I went ahead and found legal jargon. Now this one here, I found the word, there was no legal jargon. This is the last question that I answered, and so how I answered this one was I simply came over here. I couldn't find legal jargon, so I looked at my topic sentences, and then I found a Scooby-Doo for legal jargon, which is legal ease. G is the correct answer for problem number 6 using that method. On to problem number 7. 7's a mystery question. That's the first word I found, Linda Mulhaney. I subgenius mapped. I went spirited, dangerous, values, and then legal ideas. I got D for the answer for 7. All right, problem number 8, it's a mystery question. I found the keyword here, local court, on line 30. I subgenius mapped. I got the answer from line 25. J is the answer for problem number 8. 9, it's a line reference. I went to find the verb here, which is attitudes, on line 72, and then I went ahead and subgenius mapped. C is the correct answer for problem number 9. Finally, on to problem number 10. 10, I used the subgenius mapping for this line reference question. Scripted, alternative, not open, and consider viewers. H is the correct answer when you read that surrounding area there, and trying to match the word in the line, which is theater. Those are your answers for the passage. All right, go ahead and look at your wrong answer choices. If you did get anything wrong, just use the tips from the answer choices that we gave. For example, good stinky rule, subgenius map seems to be some of the most important things that we're looking for. And then looking at your topic sentence. All right, if you do have any further questions about this, feel free to write these questions down and ask Professor Thomas, and he'll go over them directly with you in person. Thanks for watching today. Bye for now, everyone.